Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Anywhere Bikes, electric trikes and bikes designed for you. Mouse Blocker, protecting your vehicle from little things that cause big problems. Full Throttle, wraps and graphics. And by NHOU Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
Welcome back to the annual PRI show in Indianapolis. This just happened moments ago. The featured product award here at PRI went to Delta Performance Auto Group, so we had to rush right over here. Now, John, this award's given for innovation. What could be innovative about a water pump?
So we're here at PRI demonstrating our brushless cooling solutions. We have brushless fans and brushless water pumps. Brushless is a game changer for the cooling industry. It is a very efficient, very power dense system that's variable speed. And because there are no electronics in the motor is the wet side, so there's no seal. We have a 4-inch stainless steel impeller, which is very innovative. And we have a single 1 3/4 inlet and dual 1-inch outlet capable of doing 65 gallons a minute, which is a significant increase to what else is out there. And it also has an operating life of 50,000 hours.
And how's that compared to the operating life of a non-brushless system?
It's around 3,000 to 4,000 hours, so we're looking at 10 times more operating life. And it's variable speed, so you could remove the thermostat and have the pump be your thermostat to modulate up and down as the engine needs the heat. This is our silicone hose fittings. We also have a billet version, which is using AN fittings, and that just replaces our faceplate.
Brushless motors have been around for a long time. Why haven't we seen them like this in cooling systems before?
Right. So it's something very challenging, and that's what our patents really cover. Electronics are kind of necessary to operate a brushless system. And as you know, electronics don't like heat, and you're putting heat in the hottest environment. So our system has self-cooling technology, so it's able to precisely and effectively cool the electronics as they operate. So it allows the electronics to outlive their brushed counterparts by a margin of 3 or 4 times.
Well, cool is fast, and if you want to stay cool, DeltaPAG.com is the destination. One of the things I love about motorsports, there's something for everyone to race, whether you're talking the Indy cars, off-road racing, drag racing, drifting, the list goes on, but here is a great way to start. A kart, go-kart now, you're maybe used to the recreational go-karts you see there next to the putt-putt golf course. Not the case here. This is a road racing go-kart, makes 15 horsepower. That doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that'll get you 70 miles an hour on a long straightaway. These are pretty serious, and how do I know? Well, think of names like Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, and Lewis Hamilton. Every one of them got started in go-karts like this. As you can see on the table here, there's a million different uses for Clamptite tools, from industrial to farming and of course to automotive, Nikki. But we're at the PRI show, the performance racing industry. All kinds of stresses on racing engines. Why is a Clamptite tool better than a traditional hose clamp when it comes to racing?
Clamptite tool is a custom clamp, so it's the right size every single time. So from your small hoses to your large hoses to your boost, it always is the right size every single time. So when you take your wire, you're going to bring your ends together, you make a loop, feed your ends through that loop. 1 time around is great for just attaching something, 2 times around for pressure. So what that means, you just go the exact same way, up through the center of the first one, back through the loop again, make sure you're not cross-twisted or overlapped. Take the tool, insert it, wrap it, up and around, each of the pegs, twist those together just like a bread tie. Notch at the bottom of the tool. The other thing that it's doing is it's push-pulling the wire. It's not twisting the wires together like safety wire pliers. Don't worry about that hot spot on that wire and causing the wire to break. Also, round wire applying even pressure. It's not going to cut into whatever you're working on. You're going to feel it in the tool when it's tight. You can even pressurize your system at this point, see if you have a leak. If you do, just keep tightening until it stops. When you have the space, 180. If you don't, just past 90 is all you need. Get your cutters, get that tool out of your way, trim those down a little bit. Now, when you push these down, you are work hardening that wire. You're stretching that wire into a permanent clamp. That won't shake loose, vibrate off. That won't come off till you remove it. And if you got to get it back off, bend the tabs back out, grab a hold of that center and pull. Comes right off. And
it's reusable. You can use it over and over again, just like a regular hose clamp. Get a whole lot more strength out of the Clamptite clamp. You can find it at clamptitetools.com. You are watching Motorhead Garage, so that means you've probably heard of the name NGK. and you've probably heard of their spark plugs, but Brian, how are you guys so much more than just spark plugs?
Yeah, obviously the industry knows us for being a spark plug company with the NGK brand. On top of spark plugs, we also have ignition wires and coils. On the NTK side, oxygen sensors, as well as our NTK tech program that's focused on engine management.
And now you're still changing the industry after 80 years by changing it through education.
We feel it's our obligation to offer training and resources and just make it easier to shop our products, look for information, from spending time with our distributors, with the repair shops and technicians. We took all that feedback and we wanted to show our appreciation to the industry. And that's where we launched our Shop Squad community program earlier this year, focused on really 3 pillars: learning, sharing, and supporting.
How important is it to NGK and NTK as a company to give back like that?
We also feel it's our obligation as well for future professionals, whether that's service professionals or parts professionals, to educate them on what a great industry it is and how you can make a wonderful career being it.
Why should someone hop online and join Shop Squad?
There's a number of great resources on there. We have 27 free training courses, our technical service bulletins, which we call Part Smarts, as well as catalog content and a number of different resources, and we are going to continue to grow the community as we move forward.
It's absolutely free to join. Go to shopsquadonline.com. Don't move. We'll be right back with more from the PRI show here in Indy.